Let's simplify making a carrot cake today with ingredients you all surely have at home. We will first begin by taking milk. This can be cold or lukewarm or warm, it doesn't matter, and adding vinegar to it to make a simple buttermilk. Now you can use buttermilk if you have, but this is the most easiest way of easily making buttermilk at home. Just mix it around so that it mixes well, and then we will proceed. Let's add sugar to this. Now I never use powdered sugar for my bakes, so what I use is regular granulated sugar and let it sit for about 5 minutes so that the sugar completely dissolves. Now we will continue adding all the wet ingredients. So we will continue adding some oil. This is any neutral oil like sunflower oil or rice bran oil, and some vanilla essence. Here I have used fine minced carrots. You can also use a fine grater to do this, or what I have done is used a food processor attachment. Mincing it finely will make sure that it cooks evenly and won't leave big chunks of carrot in the cake. Now that the wet ingredients are done, the dry ingredient comes next, which is whole wheat flour or atta, cinnamon powder, baking powder, and baking soda. And that's all for the ingredients needed for the carrot cake. We will just go ahead to mix this all together, and just remember that this will be a very stiff batter. It won't be a flowy cake batter like the other ones, but this is because the carrots will release moisture as it bakes, and then will yield a very soft and moist carrot cake. So don't add any more liquid at this stage. This is the correct consistency that we need for this particular carrot. And then I have already greased and dusted a baking tin. I have used a loaf here, but you can use any tin that you have. Grease it with the same oil and dust it with some atta, or you can use parchment paper, and transfer the dough to the tin. You will need to smooth the top out because it's a rather thick batter, and I like to put a cut through the center just for presentation purposes. A line through the center just looks nice. And then this will bake in a preheated oven at 170 degrees for about 45 to 50 minutes. You can check with a knife or a skewer, and if it comes out clean, then it's done. And then we want to let this sit at room temperature for about 30 minutes before we can slice. Here the cake is done. My cake got a little overcooked, so don't mind the burnt top, but nevertheless it tastes very good, so don't worry. Loosen the edges with a knife, turn it upside down onto a plate, and then slice into it, and you can serve warm. You don't need to let this cool completely. Even warm is fine enough, and it is ready to be enjoyed with your tea or coffee and stored in an airtight container in the fridge.